Right, well, gonna actually finish this game. So it's literally just 52, 54 that need doing. Okay, let's get this over and done with. Alright, how many times does each number appear in the grid there in the center of the room? How many zeros are there? How many ones? How many twos? How many threes? How many fours? How many fives? Write your answer on that row of 6 data cubes. Do not include the cubes at the bottom of the room in your count. That row is only for results. Okay. So I think it makes sense to start off by recording that location. Right. Huh. Question is, how do we know which number we're looking for? This is a bit tricky. Okay, so I think you need to walk to the left wall, and that'll tell you. Count the number of steps it takes you. Subtract 2, and that'll tell you what number you're looking for. So let's say M2 equals 98, which is essentially -2. Then step left, increment M2. If there is no wall, hello, Ku. Yeah, I'm finishing off these 2 levels. So if there's no wall, then keep walking left. So I walk to the left until I hit a wall. So that number of steps plus minus 2 tells me what number I'm looking for. So 2 minus 2, 3 minus 2, and so on. Okay. Then we just walk around randomly. Every time we find a number, which is what we're looking for, we write 99 to that so that we never deal with that again. Come back to the start, record that, and then rinse and repeat. That should work. It'll take a long time for them to... I don't know, we'll see. Alright, so at this point... Hello, the 4-Fox. I'm on the final 2 levels of this. I've already beaten the game, but there's 2 levels I need cleaning up. That I have 2 optional levels that I just want to finish. So if I do this... Oh! Numbers actually do go above 99. You just can't... You're not allowed to use anything greater than 99 as a number. Ah, interesting. I wonder if that could be used for the binary, the decimal doubler. Could you not just... What's the actual limit of these numbers in memory? Could you not just have someone actually use calc to keep doubling a number and then actually just write it to the tiles, and then... I mean, it's probably slower than what I did, but... Right, so, actually, no, I'm curious. Let's try doubling a number. Say, set m4 equals 1. Calc m4 times 2, and just keep doing that over and over again. It eventually becomes 0. When does it become 0? Oh, but it does get very big. And then it hits 0. Wait, no, she's still... Oh, no, it's that one, M4. Yeah, that's quite big. And then it actually becomes a negative number, and then... Okay, fine. Interesting. Not of any use, but that's interesting. Alright, so, now we go on a random walk. So... we don't want to fall in the holes, do we? So if to the left of us is a hole or a wall, then we step like this. Otherwise, if there is a hole there or a wall there, we step that. Otherwise, we step anywhere. Still up for 7 at some point. Oh, yeah, I mean, now that I've actually stopped moving about by plane and bus, I could possibly do that. Wait, has the new update come out? The one that you mentioned. So, oh. If there... Oh no, that's fine. Okay, so then... Just keep doing that, just make sure this works. Yeah, that's fine. Right, so... If... there is a data cube... and... Alright. I mean, I could try and figure something out. I can even try putting up a server and run it for like some period of time. And there's no wall below us to do that. So if there's a data cube, and there's no wall, and is not equal to 99. Then we pick it up. We write 99 so that never gets touched again. Drop it. Then we go and pick up M1, which is our assigned cube. No, we need to check if it's equal to M2, not if it's not equal to 99. If it's equal to M2. M2 is our assigned number we're supposed to look for, which gets set here. Okay. Oh, no. So, yeah, we add 1, then we have to subtract 2 to account for the 2 spaces. Yeah, okay, so... equals M2 minus 2. Okay. If we find a tile that has M2 on it, pick it up, write 99 so that it never gets seen again, drop, go back and pick up M1, so we need to add, okay, M3, we haven't used M3 yet. Okay, M3, we add 1 to it, and then we write M3 to this data cube, and then we drop it. The M3 will just keep getting incremented every time this happens. Right, let's try that. Alright, this looks like it worked, but it's slow. Pretty slow. Can we... Go chuck the tiles in the holes. And then use find nearest to... well... This is not gonna finish, is it? I don't know if that's... I'm sure that's something I tried to do before and I didn't think it could be done. Or I can try again. Like, give to the hole. I can try that. Because you can't use nearest, because that just gets you the nearest tile. You can't specify anything other than that. Can I... okay, let's try this then. Pick up. M4 is the nearest hole. Well, there's no give to. That's the only thing which makes sense. So the tiles are gonna remain on the ground. Wait, what did I do? Yeah, there we go. Nearest... no, because nearest will just get the tile at the bottom. How do we... no, nearest, the best we can do is get nearest data cube. We can do that and see if it's what we're looking for and then go to that, but it's all, towards the end of the algorithm it's always going to be finding the 99s, so... maybe they just have to follow a fixed path. Yeah, I can do that. So if I want to follow a fixed path, I have to so the step algorithm is literally just M4 is going to be telling us whether we go up or down. Yeah, this is not that hard actually, so just get rid of this. So M4 is 0 to begin with. So hang on, we need to step right once. So, so M4 being 0 means go up. So if there is a wall and here's a little trick. You put M4 in and then this becomes available and now you can take this out. So M4 is 0 to begin with. So M4 is 0, which means go up. Then M4 is 1 minus M4, so invert it. If and we step to the right. If the opposite, so if there is a wall there and but if I do this I need to we'll worry about that later. And M4 is 1, then invert it. Hang on, we do the same thing in each case, so we can just say if there's a wall no, you can't really do it because you can't put parentheses around expressions. So you can't say and or and or and. Yeah, we just have to do it this way, I think. There's probably another way of doing it, but I'm not sure. Because you have to, the Boolean expressions have to be, it's left to right only. Oh, no, there is a cleaner way of doing this. We say, no, it doesn't matter. Okay, so if it's neither of these, then but if M4 is 0, step up. Else step down. Okay. So I think I'm running out of memory. It's M3 for just this. No, M3 is so M1 is that cube. We definitely need that, the original cube. M2 is telling us what number we're looking for. We definitely need that. M3 is keeping track of the count. We don't technically need that, but we still need a variable to be able to... And I want M4 to keep track of whether they're moving up or down. Which is fine. What did I want? I wanted one more variable for something. What did I want that for? Ah, yeah, to remember when you've gone and incremented your tile, you then want to go back to where you were, otherwise... No, okay, we can't go back to where we were, but we can just walk all the way to the left corner and then start the process again. Yeah, that might be the easiest way. We don't actually need to write 99 here, so let's try leaving that out for now. No! Yeah, we do need to. So I'm not going to return to the same place. So... we step. One step, and then if there is a cube, blah blah blah, we go calc increment, we write 3, drop it, and then we want to walk left. Until we hit a wall. And then step once to the right. And then reset M4 to be 0. And then jump back up there. So then we take our new step. Okay, let's try that. Interesting. Yeah, it's working. I just need one more... If I had one more free variable, I could tell them to just return to where they were and carry on. I'm sure that I can find a way to make space. Well, you can. I mean, you can store 2 variables in one variable if you're being smart about it, but I don't want to go to that extent. Well, that's actually not that hard, is it? You just add 10, remove 10, because if I'm doing it, for example, the M2, which is the number I'm looking for, that's always 0 to 5. So I can store 2 variables in one variable. But, looks like this will run in time. I don't know, it's still a bit slow. Not too sure. The twos are gonna take ages. Damn it. Yeah, I need to remember where I was, so... But... I could actually... Okay. I could actually, instead of... I can write either 99 or 98. So... And then, when I come back, I can use that to infer what M4 was. So I'm storing M4 in the value of this tile, so I say... If... Let's say if M4 is 0, write 99, else write 98, then M4 is now this tile that I've placed. So remember how to get back. We go pick up M1, do this, right, drop, and now we get rid of this. Then we go to M4, and then we just invert this. So we say if probably if this item here is 99, then set M4 to be 0, else set M4 to be 1. Alright. Yeah, it's working. Okay. Temporary storage. Did I really need all 4 of those variables? I think you probably did, at least for this method. Oh, I've just realized something. Okay, I'm gonna pass this, but I just realized something. They don't need to keep going and incrementing those tiles at all. They could just keep the running count in memory. What? Why did I think I would have to keep incrementing the tile? Let's just do this. Look, yeah, the answer is M3. M3 is what I want to write. So, okay. So we don't need any of this. So, hang on, let's get rid of this. So we don't need that. We don't even need to write anything. Don't need to pick up and drop. Don't need that. We don't need that. M3 increment M3, that is it. And now if so they would go up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. If we're in a corner, the bottom right corner, then pick up M1, right M3, drop, that's it, end. Yeah, it's a great idea for a game, and I only found out the other day this is actually a sequel. So I mentioned before Human Resource something or other. I know it was by the same people. I didn't know it was actually kind of a very similar game. So this is actually the sequel to Human Resource. What's it called? Human Resources. But apparently Human Resources is not very good. Or at least people didn't like it because it's a lot more assembly-like, but the UI is pretty bad. You can't scroll through the code easily. Apparently the jumps are really weird, and the puzzles are not as good. So this is really a far superior version of the game. Speaking of assembly-like, Shenzhen IO. No, I know I own either Shenzhen IO or another one. The other, what was it? One of their other games. I can't remember which one I have. I have it on itch.io. No, I play Space Game, but I know I own... There's one game I haven't played yet by the same guys, and I can't remember whether it's Shenzhen IO or TIS? Something? TIS? I'll have to check again which one I have. I got it in the... one of those charity bundles on itch.io, which had like, I don't know, 500 games in it. Hang on, how fast was it? I mean, this seems... I can optimize the path so that they're staying on the tiles and not actually going on the empty spaces, but... ...24 commands? Can I do that easily? Can I drop 3 commands? There must be an shorter way of handling this M2. We don't actually need a step there. might not actually need an end. Alright, that's 2 commands removed. Let's see if that still works. So now they'll just go there, that's fine. So there isn't a way to separate the people. You're giving them the same code, so if you can write your code in a smart way, which identifies the people as 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then that's what I'm trying to do. The way I did was to just get them walk to the left until they hit the wall. Count how many steps they take, and that's how they know which person they are. If there's a... I just need to remove 1 command now. So if there's a... I know, so... Person on the left... knows he's 0. Person on the right... You can actually tell them to talk to each other, but it's... You can't... You can only tell them these commands. And they have to listen for that specific command, so you can't have him say, I'm 0, you're 1, you're 2. Not really. Let's read this again. Step left. Add 1 to M2. And keep doing that until we hit a wall. That takes 4 commands. And then finally we subtract 2. If we didn't subtract 2, then we would always be looking for that number -2, but yeah, that's... we do need to subtract 2. We do need... We don't actually need M1, because when they're in the corner, they know how many steps to take to get to the tile. The problem is that alone would take more than 1 command, so actually, yeah, M1 is needed. M4 is kind of bulky, so if I'm... How many people need to touch 1 square? What do you mean? Touch? So... I'm not sure what you mean by touch, but they don't need, nobody needs to touch anything. They just need to count together between them. They need to count how many zeros there are, 1s, 2s, 3s, 4s, 5s, and write that total to these 5 numbers here. You could have 1 person do it, but they would need... Well, I mean, we've got 4 slots of memory, and we're trying to record 6 numbers, but you can actually do that. But that will probably take more commands than necessary. I think this stepping code is the one that could be optimized. So if we hit a wall and M4 is 0, we turn around. What I was saying before was that we're doing this command, this one, M4 is 1 minus M4. And step right is exactly the same as this one. So up first. No, but I can Oh, I think I see what I need to do now. I can rewrite this. Well, maybe this is what you mean, but I can say, just turn the Boolean around. So say, if there's no wall anywhere, then I step. Oh no, wait. That wouldn't be quite right though. Because even if I do that, they still need to only check the... Ah, you know what? We don't need these else's. That's what we don't need. These can't happen simultaneously anyway, so I can say this, and the wall space never has a tile on it that we care about. We can actually do this as well. I think that'll work. Yeah. We don't need those else's, because there's no tiles at the upper and the lower the rows that we care about. So 23. Okay, passed that challenge. And I'm not bothered about the time. I think it's more interesting to optimize commands. It's fun writing stupid random movement that works after a ridiculously long time. Terrain leveler. This is the final level to have beaten all levels. Calculate the average of all the... Calculate the average of all the cubes and write that value to all the cubes. I thought there were more levels to do at the top. You saw my stream yesterday, yes? Or... No, I finished all the levels. I finished the game yesterday. Wait, were you here yesterday? I thought you were. MCM and... Yeah, you were, yeah. Yeah, I beat the game. There was a cutscene and everything. The cutscene didn't make any sense, but... Ah, okay. Yeah. Okay, Goodbye Humans was pointlessly easy. Right, well, it wasn't pointlessly easy, but it was pretty easy. You have to tell everyone to go into the hole at the bottom, but the last person has to say goodbye. Not too hard. They just have to check if there's anyone else using nearest. Yeah, the Lemmings. I wonder if I should play Lemmings. Alright, this one. How... Okay, we have to calculate the average of all the cubes. And they're implying we should parallelize it as well. No, the four fox. It's if you say goodbye and you jump in the hole, you fail. They check. So they can. Yeah, we have 7 people, and they've each got a column to themselves, which is convenient. So they can sum column to get a sum. Then they can write that sum to the top tile. Then what? Then somebody one of them sums the top row and gets the final count and writes it to, I don't know, the top left. And then and they're all listening, so then he gives the command go. And they all check that number and then write it to their column. Or he writes it to every item in the first row. Each guy average a column separately. But it does integer division, so I don't think it would work. Or if you mean keep a sum but not an average. If you, I mean, that could be fixed with respect to using the sum. Oh, I see what you mean. Eventually it'll pan out. Interesting. Don't know how long it would take to pan out if you were doing floating divisions. Alright, so what I think is okay, we step up. And until we hit a wall, yeah, okay, if there's a wall, if there's not a wall, hang on, we can, we could shorten the number of steps they take. If there is a data cube and there is a space above us, that's when we stop. Otherwise, we step up. Otherwise, we jump, I mean. Okay, so we step up, we always add whatever we're standing on to M1. So when we get to the top, we write M1 to that tile. Alright, let's try that. Yeah, okay. What? Move the dialogue. Let's try again, but... Okay, that looks right. Plus there was a number before. Okay, yeah. So Um, then we step up to get out of the way. Now, if there is someone to the right of us, we listen, go. Otherwise, we are the rightmost person, so we step down. Or, okay, do this. So if we're on the left, we step up out the way and just wait for the go signal. Otherwise, set M2. So we're now recording the full sum. M2 will be whatever is on the ground. And then we step left. And then if there's no wall, then we keep doing that. No. Calc. Okay, so we add all the stuff to M2 until we hit a wall. And now okay, let's do this. Let's step up now. And then we tell everyone to go. So they should all be standing on the top row, but one space to the left. Oh, he didn't write... Oh, no, he needs to make a pass back to write the number, doesn't he? So, yeah. We have to go... We'll just get him back to where he was to begin with. So... Now, we step right. We always pick up what's on the ground. And if there's nothing, this is fine. We write M2 and we drop it. And if there's no wall, we jump. So then we get back to where we were to begin with. And tell everyone to go. So at this point they should be now back on the top row, and we should have the full total along the top row. Whoa. Ah, because... Okay, let's just get everyone lined up. Alternatively, just get the leftmost person to be the one. Yeah, let's do that. So, I just have to say if... So, if... Just invert these. If there's a worker to the left, Do that. Otherwise, step right. If that's not a sword jump. Now we step left. If that was wrong, if that's not equal to a jump, and then we step that way. Okay. Okay, fine. We just have to sync them all up. So let's say step down. Step down. Will this actually sync them? It depends what they actually... Yeah, okay. $134? Does that sound about right? Just under 20 per... Yeah, it looks about right. Okay. Then the final stage is we just okay, we just do this. We just say M3 is whatever that value is down there. And now we just write M3 to everything. So we go step down, pick up. I'm trying to optimize commands here. Right, M3, and this, just do this infinitely. We should. Forgot to drop. The numbers look okay though. Or maybe not. Oh no, the average. Whoops. Yeah, okay, that's the sum. Yeah, okay, then we have to divide by 49. Okay. So instead of that, we do calc equals whatever is there divided by what if it's, well, I assume they're allowing integer, kind of like an integer division average, like rounded down. There's nothing you can do otherwise, so I assume it's average rounded down. Yeah. "32 commands." Oh, it was actually quite fast. And I wasn't really optimizing for speed, so there's a couple of things I could. But I need to eliminate like 6 commands if I want to reduce commands. I probably don't need to sync them like this, but... I mean, I'm not really that interested in doing these challenges right now. I just wanted to beat every level first. Can come back to this game in the future. Unless I can see something fairly clear I can do right now. So what was it again? That is fast though. It's probably not too hard to optimize speed. Commands is maybe harder. So the steps, that's wasting time for one thing. Oh, okay, let's change this. So let's not step like that. We don't need to sync them, but instead, if there is a worker to the left or there's a worker that way, because that should be true for all of them except the guy on the left. Let's try that. No. Can we do this? Is this? Yes. Okay, that works. Boolean conditions don't take up time. Okay. Still 96 seconds? Surely I just saved like 4 steps. Not 4 steps, 2 steps. Okay. That did save commands though. So we can say, okay, we don't need to calc if there's no... So we can, okay, just step up twice, so that we're actually... So that's save 2 steps. 91 seconds, that saved a whole 5 seconds. Okay, this... Oh, but it fails sometimes. Why does it fail? Oh no! What? 1, 2... I need to take 1 step away. Yeah. So it passed sometimes because of integer division. But that's interesting because it actually passed more than 50% of the time, so you can actually allow it to fail. So you can get a rough average. Let's keep it accurate for now. So maybe we should... if I do an if check, if there is a tile here, will that actually speed it up? Because now we have to do the if check. Yeah, that should speed it up. I'm not sure. No, that slowed it down. Wait, did it? No, it was 94. I forgot what it was before. $93. It actually slowed it down because now they're doing the if checks every time. And if it's if the word if just uses some amount of time. Why is failing the challenge allowed? Well, there's some probabilistic puzzles, so you're allowed to fail less than 50% of the time. Although, come to think of it, Yeah, I don't know. I guess some challenges you're allowed to run out of time or have the wrong answer. I guess they were a little bit generous with that. They didn't need to have that. There's no puzzles where you have to be actually probabilistic, like get it roughly correct. Actually, there's always a way of getting 100% correct with a reasonable solution. So... Okay, that's kind of... Okay, so it's... Those guys waste time calculating empty space. That's not a big deal. Alright, so then they wait for the command. That's fine. So this bit. Step. Ah, so we don't actually need to check if there's a wall there. We're gonna check if there's an empty space there. So now we're standing on the rightmost tile, so we don't need that step. But you can step afterwards. And if this is not equal to an empty space, then step left and do that. So at this point, we are now, there's an empty space to the left of us, but we've also handled this tile. So now we step up. Do we need to step up? We can just tell everyone go. So we'll be already on that tile, but we can say... Oh no, we do need to tell everyone to... we do need to step up. We can do that. Let's try that. It's wrong answer. What went wrong now? Oops. Okay, that is... Oh no, that's okay. Hang on. Didn't add the number on the right. Sword crossing, hi. Are you familiar with the game? So in this challenge, I have to calculate the average of all the cubes, and write that average to every cube. I've already completed it, but now I'm trying to optimize for speed. I think I'm almost there, but I made a mistake somewhere now. So the last thing I changed was... Yeah, it's pretty good. It's actually a sequel, but apparently the first game, Human Resource Machine or something, is not really that good. So apparently the code is really fiddly and the UI is not very good. Like scrolling is really slow, things like that. This is a much more upgraded version of the game. So I made a mistake somewhere here. So when he's calculating the second sum... Okay, so M2, we add what's on our space. We step right. Ah. So really we should just add this. It's probably a better way of organizing this. Just add this value here. Because he wasn't counting the item on the right. Okay, what was that number? That was huge. No, forget that. What did I do wrong here? Okay, so when we get to here, okay, this is it. So she's standing on this item. M2 is 0. We add 43. Okay. Then we add 34. Then we add 37, then 25, then 36, then 31. How do I get to 800 and something for? And then... Oh, of course. Okay, yeah. I put the add in the if, not the else. So we need to say... Just do one final add, because that one's missed out. Alright. Okay, that looks about right. Is it fast enough? Yeah! 86 seconds. Okay. So we beat the time challenge. A command challenge? Usually I prefer the command challenges. In this case I preferred the time. Commands. Now I need to backtrack because some of those things I changed improved speed at the cost of command. I'm not sure I'm really that bothered. I've beaten the game now, and I've beaten every level. Wait, how close are we? Pretty close. 7 commands. But not close enough. 7 commands is a lot of commands to get rid of. Which puzzle game? Well, for my main campaign playthroughs, I probably won't play a puzzle game next. But yeah, out of puzzle games, let's see what I've got. I don't think I have many puzzle games in the to playlist, but I do have other puzzle games. Oh, there's yeah, this is my campaign playthrough. There's Rusty Lake, which I have to finish. The third part of the trilogy. Oh yeah, Baba's You, I might come back and try to 100% it, though that'll take ages. So I might actually do a lot of that offline. I'm not sure that I really want to stream it. Like, are you required to use all characters? It's simple to loop a single person through with many. For commands, that could improve things, yeah. But then you have to write a kind of snaking pathway, which also takes commands. But there are levels which I found easier to just literally tell all the people to jump into a hole and kill yourself, except for one person, and then do the algorithm with one person. There have been cases where I found it easier to do it that way. I've beaten The Witness. I streamed it actually, but it was a long time ago. And Talos Principle, I also streamed. At least maybe the final 2/3 of it, or something like that. Actually, the Talos Principle, I think it's the first game I ever really streamed apart from As a Dream speedruns. But yeah, I have yet to do the DLC for Talos Principle. So that's on the list. Which, I think it was you that told me that it's quite hard. At least harder than Talos Principle. Witness and Talos. Yeah, I, in those days I wasn't really uploading them to YouTube. What was the ending cutscene? You can watch it if you want. It's... The cutscenes in this game are kind of random. I don't really find them that interesting.
Look how far we've come.
I cannot believe you made it this far.
I'm glad you're here. There is something I have been meaning to tell you. You see, I am a robot.
And surprise, I am a robot
You get
also.
Drake.
We're going to leave now.
But look at you. You really took these totally made-up jobs and worked together to build wonderful solutions.
And also, a family. You really put the meat in teamwork.
Clearly it was a mistake to solve all of the planet's big tough puzzles.
Unlimited food,
Unlimited transportation.
unlimited energy. More like unlimited boring afternoons. Ha ha ha, am I right?
It turns out life just isn't any fun without a really good problem to solve.
A nice tough pickle to crack.
A real brain tickler.
So we have one more puzzle for you. Are you ready?
We have placed a giant bomb at the center of the Earth.
You have 50 years to get off the planet.
Build rockets.
Figure out how to terraform other planets or whatever, because in 50 years.
Boom.
Good luck.
You're welcome.
Congratulations.
Have fun, everyone. You're going to do great.
It's a pretty tall tower. It was 69 floors, wasn't it? That's definitely a lot more than that. How would trees even grow up there? I don't know what the story for the previous game was as well, but the general story of this game was just that evil robots. Well, no, they're not evil. It's just like robots took over the world and just said, handled all the food, energy, everything, so that there was no more work left to do because they were taking care of everything. But then the people were like, we want to work. So they said, okay, you can work in this building.
They actually did it. Maybe they didn't know I was joking. I have one of those faces. Oh my god. This cocktail is amazing.
Okay. It's kind of random. One of the cutscenes was just a big dance party, which went on for quite a while. It didn't really... There wasn't much sense to it. Oh no, I didn't want to exit. I wanted to... Oh. Let me open that up again. Yeah, so that's every level done. I'm just trying to think whether there's anything else I want to do here, or just leave it for next time. So here I 100%ed all the way up until this one. This one was giving me... I can have another look at it, but that one I just couldn't figure out. And then it got a bit harder, so I avoided some challenges. And then towards the end I just stopped doing the challenges. I mean, I can have a look at this again, but... fill the data gaps in each row, so you have to be very limited in terms of which commands you have. You have to pick those. You have to pick the tiles up, and then you have to put them in the gaps. But I need to do it with only 10 commands, and the shortest known solution is 9 commands. Now you can't step randomly, which is what I would really want to do, but that's only introduced later on. You can only step in a given direction, pick up, drop, if jump. So, I mean, you definitely need to pick up, I guess, and then it's just the placement of the gaps is really obscure, so you can't do there's no pattern to it. It's fixed though, it's not random. So 10 commands. You have no memory, so you can't tell them to go back and forth on a row. Well, I mean, you would want the guy on the right to fill this gap, probably. And then these two, 1 and 3, to fill these 2 gaps. Then it's a bit weird. So how do you write code in a way that's equal to everyone? You can't even tell them to. You can't even tell them to step like 5 times to the right in an easy way, other than writing step right 5 times. Later on, you can use loops and memory and stuff. So to get to this one on the right here, you need to step at least 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know. So we pick up. We step there, pick that up. Let's say if There's no one to the right of you. Step that way, else step that way. What does that look like? How do they pan out? Interesting. So that covers that space. Oh, and that lady's heading to that space. Okay, so that covers that space, but then here there's a problem. But they all get within one space of their target. That's interesting. So actually, I think I might be able to do this, but with an if now, but it's, okay, so if I say... So I've already used 7 commands. I can only use 3 more commands. But if I don't have the step, then this is no good. So, kind of need that step. So what I wanted to do was say if there is a gap then we drop this. So that covers some of them. Almost all of them. So now we can do it with just 3 more commands. We can say, hang on, so the one that isn't covered. Hang on, what's the one that's not covered? Oh, it's that one. So we want him to go to the right, ideally. So if we get this... Oh, I could add just 2 more commands to fix this, but then we're over the command limit. So if I get to this stage... So I can tell him to go up 1 space. And then his algorithm will kick in and that will repair it. But that'll take 2 commands. Let's just do it anyway. So I want to say if you are on if you're on a data cube and I don't know to the left of you there's a person, and I could just say lots of ands. If on the right of you there is no person, and there's a space, no, space to the right of me. Then step up one. So this should, okay, this should work now. This is 11 commands. There we go. No. Wait, what? Hang on, move that out there. Oh, because he, instead of going there, he goes there. So this is not what I need. What I need is... third from the right. Third guy from the right needs to go to that space there. How can I do that? I can't. They've specially chosen these gaps. There must be some elegant way of moving that ensures that they each cover one of those gaps. Can't think of one. This is so close. Hang on, we don't need this else, do we? We can say that, and then always step down. It'll do the same thing. Okay, so that's removed one command. So now... what if we say if there is no worker to the right and there is a worker to the left, step right, what does that do? Drop. We need him to go away. Just I don't know, just step up. Just step up forever. Interesting. They all come close. Okay, so those two spaces are covered. Hang on. If... Okay. If there is a space there and there is a data cube there, then step like that. That actually does the other two. Let's not do this. Okay, this is different though. And there's no one to the left of me. I don't like that. Okay, they're not moving because he's in the way. Okay, that makes sense. Shall I... Oh no, I can go back to telling him to step. Okay. Alright, so these guys come very close. There's two different ways they come close. One... So she's standing down left from the space she needs to go to. And these guys, they're standing up left. So nah, but for them, they're now down left. So they each reach a situation where they're down left. Hang on. So they're down left. So I want to say if there is a nothing up there and there is a cube up there. And what else? Just trying to identify the situation as much as possible. There's no one to the left of me, and there's no one to the right of me. Step up. Right? Oh my god. I already did the speed challenge before. But that's so obscure. There must be something more elegant than what I just did. What I did made no sense. I was completely speculating and rambling until it worked. But this idea to walk to the right if there's not a worker, that was completely arbitrary. I could have done a million other different things. Walk to the right if there's no worker. Man, that was... Oh, okay. Puzzle's a puzzle. Alright, I think I'll finish there then. That's the first 19 fully complete, so if I come back to this game, I just have to finish the rest. So good at accidentally beat it. Well, it was... not by accident. I mean, there was some logical process. It was just that first step was really arbitrary. It just happened to space them out the right amount of time. But I don't know, there must be something more elegant for solving that, like... Well, you can't get them to walk in a snake pattern because you don't have memory. I'm not going to worry about it anymore. Alright. Finishing now. Alright, I'll see you around. 4 Fox, Pooh. And... who else was here earlier? Sword Crossing, yeah.